Okay, so today I am just showing you how to do feathers on a parrot. And so these are some things that I do often, so I just wanted to share this with you. I'm going to use a 12 flat. These are multi-surface, folk art multi-surface paints. And I already drew in a shape of a parrot. So you can get a parrot from any, I have packets, but you can get it from any of the color books or anything that you see online and trace it out. But you can also go where I've drawn a parrot on our drawing and design class that is here on YouTube for free. All right, so this is the white of the face. And then what I'm going to start with, we'll start down here and work up. So I'm using this blue peacock and wicker white. And then I'm going to work this in. All right, blue peacock and wicker white. So all along the back here, I'm going to make this right here along here. Okay. And then the yellow is going to go right next to that. Okay. So I'm going to keep picking up. I put floating medium in the middle. I'll tell you the colors as I'm using them. Okay. And we're going to come here. So I split the brush, come here and pick up. All right. So one thing that happens in here is that I'm going to come with this white along the outside edge, right? So as I'm coming here, I'm going to pull in. So the blue's going in and the whites can be little feathery feathers that are hanging all out there. See out here? Chisel, chisel, chisel all along there. All right, so that gives you kind of a fluffy look. And then I can come in with a smaller brush or this brush and kind of bring them all in a little bit where I'm just touching that white corner. Okay. Okay, just little, those are little tiny, tiny types of feathers. Then I can come in here and get some citrus green. And I can come right in here. And I'm going to take this down around the eye a little bit. So the blue's here against the beak, the white above the beak. See the blue? Now I just keep coming in here and picking up the citrus and pull it back down. See a little bit of citrus in there. All right, and then I can put some along in here too, just by using the corner. I can come and clean up the white afterwards. All right, so I'm going to pick up this, let me wipe this off, some more cobalt. Cobalt's over here. I'm going to pick up blue peacock. All right, and I'm going to put some of this up under the white too, right there. And then it comes down around here a little bit. And that beak could go back over it. But I just want you to see that this is all in here. It's going to be a color that goes into the yellow. All right, so I can bring some yellow in. All right, now that's going to have to be restroked and it lays over all these feathers because now we're going to go up as we go. All right, now I'm going to take this brush and put a little bit more white right along here so it can be drying. See how that cleans it up? There you go. All right. And I can also put a little bit of yellow in here because I want that to dry a little bit too. Because see, it's picking up the blue. I should have put that in there first. All right, just a little bit of yellow. I'll put some white in that yellow. And by making little short strokes, it looks like feathers in there. Okay, I will put more yellow when that dries. Okay, now let's come down here. I'm going to turn this so I can get these long feathers here. So I'm going to get cobalt U, and a blue peacock. Now, these are going to be long feathers, and I'm doing these with the chisel, this edge, okay? Just a little bit longer practice stroke, but I wanted y'all to see some of these details. All right, so now what happens here is I'm going to pick up yellows. So let's get my 16 again. All right, so I'm going to get both yellows. This is moon yellow and daffodil yellow. And what happens all in here, let's just go ahead and put some of this yellow in here. And the wing's going to overlap this. This is just going to make it easier. Okay. And other colors, we're going to put some magenta in there, whatever. And then this yellow is going to go down into the blue. So when you're doing it right then, you can pull some of that blue up. Can you see that? Just a little bit of that blue gets worked in. All right. And it works in here along this a little bit. Okay. All right, now I'm going to wash that brush because I don't want any more of that to get in there. Oh, you know what I might do though? Let's go ahead and put some magenta in here where the yellow's wet, because it's going to come right in here. Okay, a little bit of magenta. And sometimes I do red, but I just thought this was pretty colors. Okay, now this is what we do. We're going to pick up the yellow, both yellows, work it in. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up some white. Okay, so this is as easy as this gets. Watch this. I'm laying the brush kind of down, and I'm going to feather by picking up more and more white. These are going to be different than on the wings. So as I'm doing this, I want you to see just those edges. Just dip a little bit of white. That'll give you strong white here. Look, dip, wiggle. So I'm going like I do like a carnation. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And it'll be like feathers along there. So I think that they'll look really pretty this way. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, so that's the tummy. Isn't that kind of nice? All right, so now what happens along the wing is that I'm going to pick up these two colors again, Prussian and white. And look at this, we're really working it in. Like if you do the color theory class with me, we show you how to multi-load these colors, and that's on my onestroke.com website. Okay, so I'm going to pull here, and I'm going to turn it a little bit. Yeah, let's turn it a little bit. So these are long feathers that are along the back of this wing. Okay, so I can even come in here and get some brighter ones, or I can come in here with a little bit of licorice and cobalt and work this in to be darker. And I can bring this up under here to make it a lot darker by using that licorice color in there. Okay, so then what we're doing here is making some of these feathers that are the end part of the wing. All right, so then I can add a little bit in here of the citrus. Okay, and then let's grab yellow. That's all along the back of that wing. Okay, isn't that kind of nice? Now the rest of this is going to be blue, but I'm going to blow dry that right there real quick. I don't want a bunch of yellow into the blue peacock. So I'm going to go back to my blue and with a clean brush and just keep picking up white. Okay, we're almost done. I just want you to see that this is a really fun way for you to see how to do feathers. See, I can do feathers on roosters and all kinds of birds. And they're going to either be long, slender ones, or they can be little ones that you do just like this. All right. So you address the wings, the tummy, the tail feathers. All feathers are kind of different. And you can watch more of my bird lessons on Donna Dewberry with plaid, which is birds and blossoms. Okay. Owls and toucans and all kinds of birds. All right, there we go. Now, we are going to come in here and finish the face, which doesn't have a lot to do with feathers, but I just want you to see a couple little things that happen here. Let's pick up a little bit of licorice with white. Get a little bit of a gray. It's got water all in there. It'll dry it off. There we go. All right, so look, I'm just going to go one. That brush is all frayed out. Sorry. Let's do this one. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And this is the talons on a branch. Okay, so then I'm going to come in here and put the eye, but you can use the handle of the brush to dot the eye too. And then I'm going to pick up a teeny bit of white and do 1 dot there and an itty bitty dot, 2 dots. All right, I can also make some little wrinkles around the parrot, around the eye. All right, and we're going to come right along here. Okay, a little nose, nostril there. And I'm going to use an 8 flat and pick out my licorice. And this is going to go right under here. See this? We're going to come up and around. I'm going to take a little bit of white and work this in. All right, and so it would be right here. A little bit of gray. And then we're going to come right along here. And this has to go up and over and onto the body. So see, we're going to go right around here. It might be easier to come up. We got a point here, and then we're going to come up and around. Now, one thing I do to make this really defined, guys, is I come here and get some white, work that in. One thing I like to do is just kind of zigzag that right along there to separate the two. All right, and then if I come in here with just pure white and tap it, and then grab it right here and pull, then I have a nice glare on the parrot's beak. Okay, how fun is that? It wasn't very hard. I taught you some little things about feathers and more, so we'll see you next time. Really pretty this way. Let's see how it turns out.